Hey guys. So, Vinyl Nerd yesterday, he uploaded a video talking about his favorite and least favorite music of the Spears chimes, sizes and tunings. So I figured I'd do the same thing. So here we go, starting with soprano. I like that one. I like that one better though. I think it sounds more unique. The pentatonic sounds more generic. Not really one of my favorites. That one basically just sounds like the 30-inch Corinthian bells, which it gets a point for that. I like that one. Those last two notes don't really belong together, but I think it sounds alright. I really like that one. I think it sounds good. That one sounds good. That one really sounds good. I have that one. And I also have the Balinese too. And now for my favorite tuning from Music of the Spears. Come on, how can you tell me that sounds bad? There is no way that sounds bad. That sounds amazing. Anybody who says that sounds bad must have some hearing damage because that sounds awesome. There's no other wind chime like it. I like that one. The thing about the gypsies is that the notes are like really stacked on top of each other. So yeah, they kind of clash. Now we're on to the mezzos. I like that one better than the soprano. I really like that one. I think it actually sounds better than the pentatonic mezzo. Nope, absolutely not. And I'll show you why. Let me find it real quick. I know I saved. Here it is. Alright, so let me play it again for you. Now listen to this. Now listen to this one. They basically just copied Chimes of Lund, which I think it's a really crappy remake. The Chimes of Lund sounds way better. I don't know why. I know it has the same notes, but I just think the Chimes of Lund sounds better. Maybe it's the quality of the tubes. Maybe it's the fact that it's wood. I don't know. I just think it sounds way better. And, oh yeah, I almost forgot about this one. So, let me get it ready. So, listen to this one. Now listen to the Chimes of Parch. Yeah, I recently just found out that those two actually share the same notes, which actually sounds good compared to the Chinese mezzo. I really like that one. Wind Chime Fan actually got that one. Shout out to him. And that's alright. I really like that one. I like that one. I like that one. And now for probably my favorite Music of the Spears chime. Out of all the sizes and tunings, I have to say, this one is my number one favorite. And I really hope to get it one day. Just listen. How can you tell me that sounds bad? That one sounds good. Shout out to Vinyl Nerd. He's going to get that one. Yeah, once again, the notes are kind of stacked on top of each other. And now for the alto. I like that one. I actually like the mezzo and soprano better, but I like that one too. It's good. If I had to choose a favorite from the Chinese, I would choose the alto. I just think it sounds the best. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Chinese, but if I had to choose one, it'd be alto. Yeah, I just think it sounds the best out of all five of them. That one basically just sounds like the 50-inch Corinthian bells, which, of course, it gets a point for that. I like those. Oh, no. That sounds awful. Those last two notes do not fit each other. And also, why did they ring it so slowly? And all the other ones, they've been ringing them fast. Why did they ring that one so slowly? I like that one. It sounds pretty cool. Same with that one. I really like that one. I have that one. And now for my favorite scale again. Beautiful as always. I like that one all right. Now, yes, I do have this one. So, yes, if I had to choose a favorite gypsy, it would be the alto. I just think it sounds the most balanced. The others are kind of out of whack, if that makes sense. Now for the tenors. If it'll ever load. Oh, no. What's going on? Hang on a minute, guys. Let me try something here. Turn off the internet. There we go. That fixed it. All right. So, on to the tenors now. Which, first of all, what in the heck is that? I will never pay that. That's probably my favorite pentatonic size right there. And that's probably one of my favorite tenors in general. I just really like the quadrille tenor. I don't really know what to say about that one. It sounds kind of funky. I like that one. It sounds pretty cool. Yeah, no. Those two notes, again, do not belong together. That one sounds cool. That one sounds good. So does that one. It sounds real good. And now for my favorite again. Beautiful, just beautiful. I actually like the way the notes are laid out on the mezzo and tenor better than the soprano, alto, and bass. I don't know why. I just think it sounds more unique. I don't really know if I have an opinion for that one. Oh, that sounds awful. Yeah, I think the tenor and bass are like the worst gypsy sizes. And now on to the basses. I like that one. I like that one. That's probably my second favorite Chinese size. The thing I always liked about that one is that it sounds like a deep version of the Corinthian Bells 50-inch. No. Once again, those two notes are way too close together. I like that one. That sounds good. Same with that one. I've always really loved that one. I don't know why. Maybe it's because there's a lot of videos of it on YouTube and I used to watch it a lot as a kid, but yeah, I've always liked the Japanese bass. And now for my favorite again. Whole tone is definitely one I can say sounds good in all 5 sizes. I would buy, if they sold a whole set at an affordable price, I would buy it immediately. I love those. Okay, that sounds okay. And now for probably one of the worst sounding Music of the Spheres chimes ever. That just sounds awful. Why would they make that? I think what makes it sound so awful is that it's so deep, so you can hear all the notes clashing together and stuff. It just sounds so bad. And now for the unique sizes, which I'm going to be honest, I don't really get the point of, but okay. I do like that they rang it like the grandfather clocks. I like that. But I've got to be honest, I would definitely buy the 74-inch Corinthian bells before I would buy this. Just because it has more tubes, and I think it just sounds better in general than this. I'm not saying it sounds bad, but you know. Now for the two that I think are the most ridiculous. First of all, what the actual heck is that? $2,320. My God, who's gonna pay for that? And who's gonna climb 11 feet into a tree? And they could possibly risk killing themselves. My God, that is just so ridiculous. Yeah, that is way too deep for me. Now for the Bass Profundo, which is the most ridiculous. $4,320. Seriously, concert bass is expensive enough, and you think people are going to buy this? I swear, that is so stupid. 200 pounds, 14 feet? Could you imagine climbing 14 feet up into the air with a 200-pound chime in your hand? Yeah, you would definitely fall and kill yourself. Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, that is way, 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 way too deep for me. And the thing I never understood with the concert bass and the Bass Profundo is that it's not like they made a whole tone Bass Profundo or a Japanese Bass Profundo or a pentatonic or anything like that. So why do they need a quattle? You know? Well, that's about it for now. Bye.